Chairperson of the Commission on Filipinos Overseas. The CFO is the government agency that helps Filipino immigrants prepare for a successful life overseas. Unlike other migrant-focused agencies, the CFO plays a unique role in strengthening the economic, cultural, and political ties between Filipinos overseas and the Philippines. Even before our kababayan, Magandang araw mga kababayan. This is Dante Klink Ang II, Chairperson of the Commission on Filipinos Overseas. The CFO is the government agency that helps Filipino immigrants prepare for a successful life overseas. Unlike other migrant-focused agencies, the CFO plays a unique role in strengthening the economic, cultural, and political ties between Filipinos overseas and the Philippines. Even before our kababayan leave for foreign lands, CFO equips immigrants with information and helps them easily integrate into their destination countries and prepares them to become successful ambassadors of Filipino culture and excellence. For us at the Commission on Filipinos Overseas, the global Filipino diaspora is an untapped resource beyond remittances, waiting to be unlocked for intellectual, cultural, and national growth. As we strengthen a fabric that connects the global Filipino community through various programs and initiatives, we transform the challenges of brain drain into opportunities of brain gain. The CFO seeks to nurture the strong sense of Filipino community across the globe, while also encouraging them to contribute to the nation's development. We thank Radyo Pilipinas for giving us this platform to the challenges and triumphs of migration and development. We hope that the global Pinoy will be made aware of the programs and services that empower them toward meaningful migration and pave the way to immigrant success. Tandaan kabayan, para sa inyo ito, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.
Lakas ng katotohanan.
Himpapawid na may layuning paglingkuran ang mamamayan.
Sa bawat kwento may diwa ng serbisyo.
Sa bawat balita may puso at panindigan. Ito ang
Serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas.
Serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas. Dito sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Magandang araw Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao.
Magandang araw sa lahat ng Pilipino saan mang panig ng mundo.
Ito ang tambalang
JK Magracia
at Ares Gutierrez. Kayo'y nakikinig sa Serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas. Handog ng Commission on Filipinos Overseas at ng Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Ngayon ay Martes, ika-28 ng Oktubre, taong kasalukuyan. Tayo po'y magtungo sa mga balita na may kinalaman sa ating mga overseas Pinoys.
Nandito na ang mga mahahalagang balita at anunsyo mula sa Commission on Filipinos Overseas. Balitang CFO. Balitang CFO. Dito lamang sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
CFO conducts community education program in Olongapo City.
CFO features its programs and initiatives at the Jeepney Journey Tour installation in Frankfurt, Germany.
CFO presents its programs and initiatives in the 17th Biennial PhilCA National Conference.
CFO holds ugnayan sa Germany 2025 liwaliw sa Hanau.
Nandito na ang mga mahahalagang balita at anunsyo mula sa Commission on Filipinos Overseas. Balitang CFO. Balitang CFO. Dito lamang sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
the Commission on Filipinos Overseas Migrant Integration and Education Division completed its community education program in the province of Zambales, engaging with local law enforcement officers and stakeholders. The CEP team, led by Senior Emigrant Services Officer Binilda Pereira, paid a courtesy visit to Olongapo City Mayor Roland Paulino Jr. The team then conducted a community forum attended by LGU officials, police officers, civil society organizations, and members of the local civil registry office. The team also visited Gordon College, where they distributed information, education, and communication materials and discussed the Commission's mandate and initiatives, most especially against human trafficking.
Nandito na ang mga mahahalagang balita at anunsyo mula sa Commission on Filipinos Overseas. Balitang CFO. Balitang CFO. Dito lamang sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
In other news, the Commission on Filipinos Overseas, as part of the continuing celebration of the Philippines' participation as guest of honor at the Frankfurt Book Fair, joined and featured its programs and initiatives at the Jeepney Journey Tour installation held at Frankfurt, Germany. The Jeepney Journey Tour serves as one of the highlight installations of the Philippines at the book fair, designed to introduce German audiences to the nation's rich history, diverse traditions, and contemporary creative spirit. It also provides an avenue to showcase the talents of Filipino authors and artists whose works are featured in the 2025 Frankfurt Book Fair. The CFO contingent, led by its Executive Director, Undersecretary Maria Arlene S. Borja, distributed informational materials and engaged with Filipino, Filipino-American, and other foreign attendees who are also marriage migrants, introducing the various programs and services of the Commission, which aims to support and empower Filipinos overseas.
Nandito na ang mga mahahalagang balita at anunsyo mula sa Commission on Filipinos Overseas. Balitang CFO. Balitang CFO. Dito lamang sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
The Commission on Filipinos Overseas presented its mandate, projects, and initiatives during the 17th Filipino Community Council of Australia National Conference held on October 10 to 12 at the SeaWorld Resort, Gold Coast. CFO Emigrant Services Officers Say Mercado and Celine Del Monte gave an overview of the Commission's programs and initiatives in separate segments of the three-day conference. Also gracing the event were the Philippine Embassy in Canberra, led by Ambassador Antonio Morales, Consul General Gary Domingo of the Philippine Consulate General in Melbourne, and representatives from the Migrant Workers Office.
Nandito na ang mga mahahalagang balita at anunsyo mula sa Commission on Filipinos Overseas. Balitang CFO. Balitang CFO. Dito lamang sa Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
The Commission on Filipinos Overseas, in partnership with the National Book Development Board or NBDB, co-hosted the forum and workshop titled Liwaliw, the Philippine Experience, held at Hanau Auditorium. During the forum, CFO Executive Director Undersecretary Maria Arlene S. Borja and Project Management Division Emigrant Services Officer Marie Linda L. Santos presented the Commission's mandates, milestones, and ongoing efforts to engage overseas Filipinos as active partners in the country's development. The forum workshop gathered over 50 participants comprising of Filipino marriage migrants, their families, and German attendees who are also interested in Philippine arts and culture. It serves as one of the lead-up activities of the Philippines as a guest of honor at the 2025 Frankfurt Book Fair.
At nagbabalik po tayo dito sa Radyo Pilipinas sa serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas. Makakasama po natin ngayong araw na ito ang isang pinakapipitagang profesor ng University of the Philippines, Cebu. Siya po ay nagtuturo, siya ay Assistant Professor of Cognitive Architecture sa UP Cebu. Siya ay nagtapos ng kanyang PhD in Architecture at Master of Science by Research in Interdisciplinary Creative Practices sa University of Edinburgh in Scotland. Tumira po siya sa Scotland ng mga, hindi ko lang alam kung ilang taon, pero medyo matagal-tagal din. Attorney Carlo, i-welcome na natin si Dr. Greg Lloren. Magandang umaga, Doc Greg.
Magandang umaga. Good morning po from Cebu.
Magandang umaga po, Doc.
Hindi ko lang kung makikita sa Zoom, pero ang background ko ay yung tinitirahan ko sa Scotland.
Okay, sige.
Welcome po sa serbisyong CFO sa Bagong Pilipinas, Doc Greg.
Okay. Glad to be of service, however momentarily.
Doc Greg, papakwento lang naman kami sa'yo.
Sure.
For disclosure lang, no, si Doc Greg at ako ay magka-batch sa college, sa San Beda College. Pero maganda siguro, Doc Greg, na ikaw yung magkwento nung... Kasi you were a Benedictine monk, and then marami kang pinuntahan before you landed in UP Cebu. So, kwento ka naman, paano ka napunta sa... Why did you leave the monastery and went to these sectors na hindi namin ma-imagine na pinasok mo?
Oh yeah. Well, hindi naman sa hindi ma-imagine. High school pa lang ako pag tinatanong kami ng yung mga kaklasik ko, tinatanong, anong sa tingin nyo magiging si ganito, si ganyan, mga kaklase nyo, not us, but for our classmates. And they said, ayan, si Greg magiging teacher. So, I was already geared towards academic, pero at the time, maraming nagsasabi na yung academe ay it's not profitable, or hindi ka yayaman, or hindi naman sa hindi ka yayaman, magugutom ka at that time. So, which was true because I also heard that from other academics. Now, kaya ako napasok sa Benedictine kasi plano ng pamilya ba?
Yes.
Bunso kasi ako so dapat ialay daw sa Diyos ang mga cream of the crop. Pinakagwapo, pinakamatalino, mga ganyan. So anyway,
agree naman ako dyan sa aspect ng gwapo at matalino.
Naku, hindi ako yung bunso sa amin.
So pag inaapi kayo dahil bunso kayo, sabihin nyo na lang ako kasi pinakagwapo at pinakamatalino. Okay. So naging lumabas ako sa Benedictine kasi naisip ko parang gusto ko talagang ma-experience yung mundo kasi pumasok ako high school after high school. At during that time, ang gulo-gulo sa Mindiola noon. Panahon ni Cory. Katatapos lang 1986. So parang sabi ko parang ang daming action sa labas na lagi ko na lang nami-miss. So yun. Lumabas ako, tinapos ko yung philosophy ko. Paglabas ko, napunta ako sa Amerika. Emigrant ako. Pero parang actually may naiwan ba sa loob-loob ko na gusto ko pa rin maging Benedictine. Later on na parang na-realize ko parang gusto ko pala, but it turned out namimiss ko lang talaga ang Pilipinas, di ko gusto sa Amerika.
Pero Doc Greg, nung I remember during our time when we were
Benedictine, pero na-realize ko hindi na masyadong it won't work out na. Marami na ako na-realize na buhay sa Amerika na hindi na siya tugma sa ideals ng Benedictine. Mukhang naging liberated ang thinking ko. So, hindi na ako yung vow na obedience sine more, yung obedience without delay, hindi ko na masunod. So, lalo na ang yung vow of chastity, hindi ko na masunod.
So parang yun, parang yun yung
nangyari.
Renaissance moment mo yun.
Ano yan?
Parang yun yung parang yun yung nagmulat sa'yo sa katotohanan.
Oo, para ako nilukuban ng Espiritu Santo, kulay itim nga lang na ibon. So, ganun.
Ano po,
So-
Doc Greg, bilang ano rin po kasi kami, part sa programa ng Commission on Filipinos Overseas. At sakto naman, kasama sa mga programa namin, yung sa mga J1 visa, yung mga mag-aaral po abroad. Gusto rin sana naming, through you sana, mapakinggan ng ating audience, kung paano ba yung buhay ng isang estudyante sa isang dayuhang estudyante sa ibang bansa po. Paano po yung naging buhay
Okay,
niyo nung
one
estudyante
thing.
po kayo nun?
I get to have a comparison na mention ko kanina na hindi ko nagustuhan sa Amerika. Akala ko talagang, very patriotic ako. Ang serbisyo ko ay sa Pilipinas. Pero nung napunta ako sa UK, nagkaroon siya ng parang comparison kasi alis ayoko na umuwi.
Oo
Gusto
nga.
ko yung pag-iisip ng mga British. Iba sila mag-isip. Parang komportable ako doon. So that's one, that's one reason. Siguro kung sa Amerika ako nag-aral o sa ibang bansa, iba rin ang outlook ko. Baka hindi ko natapos kasi hindi ko nagustuhan, hindi ako komportable. Pero sa UK, komportable ako. Like, siguro ang katawan ko ay pinanganak sa Pilipinas pero ang utak ko ay pinanganak ng British. Tarap. So, that's one thing. Second, yung system, yung British system na education, mas fit sa akin. Tayo kasi dito sa Pilipinas, sinusunod natin yung American educational system. So, meron kang prospectus na susundin. Ito yung mga subjects na kukunin